break of dawn. The beat don't stop, the beat don't stop, the beat don't stop. The beat starts getting into your soul. You start popping your fingers and stomping your feet and moving your body while you sitting in your seat. You say damn. You start going to freak and say damn. Right out of your seat, then you throw your hands high in the air. You rock it to the rhythm, shake it there, yeah.
Twiddle in with another awesome tune. I love this. Proper groover. There's a lot of Agent Jack influences here for me. I know you've been in the studio with him, and I think that this is like a good example of spending time with, you know, people who inspire you with their own music. And you've definitely got that sound, you know, especially like with the kicks and the clap, the bass line, and of course the groove and the ideas as well. Like, I really like how you've used a lot of different one shots in this, and your sound selection's really nice as well. Arrangement's great. Really, really strong, groovy hard house tune. I'm so proud of you. So proud of you. I've obviously signed a few of your tracks to one of my labels, as you will know, letting everyone else know as well. You know, this is just... the thing is, one thing that I've been really good at doing is hearing raw talent in someone, and for as much as I can, you know, encourage them to continue through signing to one of my record labels, getting you on the show, making a big fuss, song and dance of you, because this is why. Like, you've been bringing your music on this show for a few years now, and the quality is just... I mean, the ideas were there, right? If you can, if you're an ideas person, if you're the creative entity, if you can be creative and come up with really good ideas, then that's 90% of the battle won. The only other 10% is just learning the software and understanding, you know, the actual technical aspects, and building up your skill and your experience in, and your ears, you know, for things like mix down, understanding, you know, EQ, all of those things that can't really be rushed. Hello, Explode. Welcome in. We've got one of your tracks on today, haven't we? That kind of stuff can't be rushed. However, but it can be learned. Like if you want to learn it, you will learn it. However, everyone's creative, but it's like any other muscle, isn't it? You've got to, when you get that impulse for the idea, it's really important to kind of follow that. And a lot of people, me included in this, we kind of like sack off an idea before it's even had a chance. So it's really important that you can, get good creative ideas and then utilize that and bring it to a finished track at the end of the day. Hello, Kid Dynamo. Ah, hi. Oh, it's so nice to see you. Hi, Steve. You've had ideas for 20 plus years. May is so true, isn't it? I've got ideas that I've sat on for 20 years as well. And I didn't want to use them until I felt like I was ready, skill-wise. You know what I mean? So I completely get that. And I don't think that's a bad thing. As long as what you're doing as long as saving it isn't stopping you from finishing tunes altogether. But, you've got to finish stuff. You've got to finish things to be able to get better. Like the way that it works. You've got to finish a tune. It doesn't, like we've always said on this show, it doesn't need to be something that's ever going to be released. It doesn't even need to be something that everyone else is going to listen to. You just need to do it. And Twiddle is an amazing example of that. So thank you for continuing to do your art. And I will always support you. So proud of you. So guys, make sure you go and follow the amazing Twiddle. There you go. Go and twiddle his knobs. Thank you. Well done, mate. Next up, we have got Pete Bennet. Yes, he's back again. Those of you might remember Pete Bennet from Big Brother. One Big Brother. Many moons ago, when Big Brother was still really good. So he's back again with another awesome tune. You might recognise how much. Yeah, everyone say hello to Pete. Here we go. This is called Real Thing.
I've been looking for the real thing, waiting patiently, but I never stop believing. Say I'm chasing rainbows, living in a dream. Girl, I kept my fantasy, I'm never getting. I'll tell you why. Oh, if I can't believe. Nobody, baby. Girl, it's got to be you. I don't need no sympathy for the real thing. If I can't have you, 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 can't have set my heart on fire without you. I wanna fly. Oh, so very high. If I can't be, can't be, can't be,
Yay! Woo! I'm just writing some notes here. Okay. So there we go. That is Pete Bennet and Real Thing. I really, really love the ideas in this. What were we literally just saying on Twiddle's tune? If you can be an ideas person, then you will learn the rest of the shit that you need to learn. So that's what I hear with this. This is the golden era of being an up and coming artist, music producer, bedroom producer. The discovering, the leveling up, the aha moment. It's such a great time because you learn so much. As long as you can remember to not be too hard on yourself. And I speak on this from experience of giving myself the hardest time ever when I was learning I'm still learning, but in the early days, and it was debilitating. It was crushing me because I had all of this, these ideas. It wouldn't sound great straight away. And so then I just told myself I was shit. This is shit. I'm shit. And it really harmed the ability to get better because I wasn't doing it like in a childlike way. I wasn't doing it with wonder and curiosity, and it's really important to do music production with curiosity and see where things take you. And that's what I see in you, Pete. I see that you're really getting this and you're keen for feedback, which is such a great place to be in because a lot of us, we fucking hate feedback. Like, fuck you! Oh, I used to hate it. I used to hate people helping me with my music. I used to get so up in my feels about it. It was horrible. So it's really nice to see that you're being curious. You are you know, coming at this in a very childlike way, which is a great place to be, you know, to do this without any expectations of yourself and not being too precious about it. Allowing yourself to be vulnerable is a really important thing when you are learning music production, and not to be hard on yourself, to encourage yourself in a more positive way. So Mark says, I still tell myself I'm shit, but I do feel like I'm improving now, especially on the technical side. Everyone speaks to themselves differently, don't they? Like your monologue. So there's different aspects to it. I understand what you're saying there, Mark, because sometimes if you are hard on yourself, it makes you do better. But sometimes I think that can kind of like create the wrong energy sometimes as well. Because if you because and we know this about you, Mark, because you've actually quit doing it sometimes, you know, and then you've come back. But maybe that's, you know, maybe for you that does work. I do understand that, because sometimes I can be like that as well, and it can what do you want? Yeah, get me a mystery drink, please. Yes, mystery drink. Yes, yes. Going to the shops. So yeah, it all depends on how that feels for you at the end of the day. So Pete, yeah, I really love the idea that I really love the ideas in this track. Now it's about getting things more together. So at the beginning of the track, let's go back to it. There are a few things that stuck out to me. It's great when someone is at this level now, and they send stuff in, because we've got loads to talk about with it. Like once you guys get too good, should I say? I'm like, yeah, that's great. I haven't got anything to talk about anymore. But there are a few things that we can definitely talk about here. It felt like in the beginning there was something that was out of tune. Let me just check. Okay, so one thing here, you've got two vocals over the top of each other. I would say pick a vocal to have and don't have two over the top of each other, because it can be distracting. I know for people like us with ADHD, it's not really a problem, so to speak. Except for if you're trying to listen to what someone's saying and then it's like, ah! But I would say on this bit, even though one's like what we would call a mantra, and one is like the verse, I would say. So you've got it there, which is fine. And then once that's been in, like the usual key with dance music is change it up every 8 bars. And every 16 bars, something comes in, something comes out. So we bring out, we're gonna live together. And then when that's finished, then we bring in that first part of the real thing vocal. So that first vocal needs to come out, and then in its place, coming into the Tony DeBart real thing. Little tip as well, when you are bringing in a new vocal, as in no one's heard it yet in the arrangement of the track, it's sometimes good to do like a little version of it, of the very first You just do it from the very first few words that he says, or maybe just the very first word, and just put that on its own channel, stick a shitload of reverb on it, bounce that down, and then reverse it. And then what you'll have, and then you can end up like chopping off the end of it, and then you use that as like a reverse reverb into the first part of that tune. The reason for doing that is I think it's called reverse reverb. I mean, there's loads of different ways of doing it. That's just a way that I do it. But people will probably be shouting at the screen going, no, there's a better way to do it. But that's the way that I've done it. Yeah, so if you do that, what that's going to do is it primes the listener's ears for the vocal. So it doesn't feel like you're just sticking stuff on like if you think about our track as being a picture instead of an audio experience, it's not, instead of just like randomly slapping stuff everywhere, it's got cohesiveness. It kind of makes sense. It feels like it's all part of the same thing. So that's what we want to do audibly. So we prime the listener for this new vocal to come in, almost as if that little reverse reverb is saying, get ready because something's about to happen. And because it is from the sound itself, it's in that frequency range. So the ear is then primed, ready to hear it. Otherwise, it's like, whoa, I don't understand where that vocal has come from. And it feels a little bit out of place. It feels a little bit disjointed. So that would be a tip from me for you to do. It's a very, very simple thing. But at your level now, these are the things that you need to do. You could put a sidechain on its status hoe. Yeah, you could do. And that might add a bit of energy to it as well. And it would allow you to do it for a longer period of time as well. So yeah, definitely, try those ideas. Try doing it in loads of different ways. You could filter it in, you could stutter it in, put a gate on it. You could pitch it down or pitch it up. It really doesn't matter. But a lot of the time, what will really work is if you have like an audio file, whatever that audio file is. If you use that audio file in a very different way, either like this reverb trick or pitching it down, pitching it up, using it in any other different way, reversing it, it will always sound good with the original sound because it's from the same thing. That tip also works with things like layering, like hi-hats and stuff. Pitching one up, pitching one down, spiking one, using the attack of one and then pitching one down and using the tail of another, that kind of thing. Because it's from the same information, it's easier to get them to work with each other instead of trying to find 3 different hi-hats that thankfully work together a bit. It's a bit easier. It's a bit of a time saver. I love the different ideas. I loved your fills that you've got in here. At 3 minutes 10. So at 3 minutes 10, I heard there was a fill, but this fill had it felt like there was a click on the end of it, or it hadn't been faded off properly. Whatever this audio file was, it just stood out to me. It'd been, that didn't feel right. Okay, so it wasn't that. It was just that fill that you've got there. It feels like it doesn't really fit with the rest of this stuff. That could be a few things. It could just be it's not like a massive thing. It sounds like it could be sounds a bit like flat. So maybe it just needs a bit of EQing. Maybe it needs to just come down in the mix which leads me to the next thing. I use those kind of fills all the time, and it can be a bitch to find things that work. Maybe you've it just sounds like it was a little bit dull. It was a little bit dull, but there might be a different sound that you could use for that. It's not a big thing, but it is something that will stand out as being kind of off a little bit, in my opinion. This probably isn't even true for everybody. Like, some people will not even fucking hear that. So please don't don't start hitting yourself. Ah, fucking bitch. I shouldn't be saying that. You've got Tourette's, haven't you? Oh no. I hope I haven't set off a tick now. Fuck. Oh. Hello, Jarul. Yeah, I need to be aware of that. I'm sorry, sweetheart. Anyway, I know you're a big boy, it's fine. Audio sample, blah, blah, blah. It needs a good mix down. And bringing the elements a bit more together. And that is only going to happen through just doing it. Just doing it over and over. I really love the ideas in this. It's a great remix of an amazing tune. It will sound more cohesive once you understand these like little, I'm not going to say rules, but just skill sets really, for you to be able to get things sounding more like as if they're in the same room, so to speak. Speaking of that, it might be a good idea for you to use the same reverb, if you're not already, on sounds. That can help for everything to sound like it's in the same space. Something that I never used to do. It's probably why we used to use sends a lot of the time. But I know that was more of like a CPU thing, wasn't it? More than anything. But maybe we should bring back doing that instead of having like a separate reverb on every channel. But, computers these days can take having a separate reverb on every channel. It doesn't really matter. But I would just say make sure that the settings are all the same. And yeah, just go and give it another mix down. Like we've said before, a way to do it. It's not the way to do it, but I usually do it -6 dB on the kick, and then around about -6 on the bass line. To be honest, your kick and your bass sounded fine. Like, it was just the other elements. It was sometimes the vocal, sometimes one of these fills that was kind of a little bit out of place. Arrangement was nice. I'd say if you were going to do something that was DJ friendly, I'd want a bit of a longer mix out. I wasn't expecting it to end when it did. And I also didn't want it to end when it did, which is a really good sign. But the one thing I want to never ever say to you is to get rid of any of these sounds. I want you to get better at putting them together, because the sounds, the reason why I like that is because I think it reflects your character. I think it reflects you as a person, this kind of like scattered energy and these lovely like little blips here and there, the fills, the one shots, and there were some woos in there as well. And I know someone who will love woos, and that is my good friend Kid Dynamo. Other thing as well. Hello, Caitlin. The other thing as well, I think what's happened on the end bit as well is you've kind of like reduced the volume and then brought it all back up again. Oh, thank you. Cherry Dr. Pepper, look at that. Yes! Let's go. I think you might have done that for artistic reasons. So you've kind of like lowered the volume on the master and then you brought it back up again. But I think you might have just overdone it a little bit. there was a big, it probably overcompressed. Yeah, maybe. And then it's not compressed on that bit then, because it does kind of like bump itself up again. I know you'll sort it, Ben. I think Pete. It's because I saw your middle name. Yeah, I know that you will, darling. I'm sure that you're gonna be amazing. And I hope that is good feedback for you. Like I said, it's really exciting for me personally when someone's at this level, because these are the kind of areas where I can hear what my friend Danny Gilligan can hear, for example. And these are just like the little 5% here and there that once you get it done and dusted, for the next tune, you take that knowledge with you and it gets better and better and better. So yeah, super proud of you, Pete. Thank you for sending it in. Everyone, make sure you go and follow Pete Bennet. Big Brother winner. What year was it? I'm going to feel really old now. I did watch it. I watched your one. I don't watch any TV anymore. 2006, baby. Woo! There we go. Well done, mate. I'm old as fuck now. He said, me too. I turned 43 on July the 2nd. And it is still my birthday, by the way, everyone. I have a birthday for a month. But yeah, I started my DJ career in 2001. So nearly 25 years now. Are you an 82 baby or an 81? When's your birthday, Pete? When's your birthday? 23rd. 22nd of the 3rd. All the best people. Like, honestly, sorry to everyone not born in 1982, but I don't make up the rules. Everyone born in 1982 was amazing. It was such a great time to be alive as well. Like, we're like the beginning millennials. And like we remembered having no computers, and then we remember getting Windows 95, 98, Dance EJ. We remember Mega Drives, Master Systems, GameCube. Oh, none of you will understand what it's like. I remember getting AOL in our house and having to ask to not be on the phone, for my family not to be on the phone, so I could use the phone line to get dial-up internet access. So I'd stay up all night when everyone else was in bed and not on the phone, to go into chat rooms and then tell everyone, like, just shout at people in Yahoo chat rooms, transatlantic, and go on rotten.com and all kinds of mental stuff. It was like the Wild West, wasn't it? It was amazing. Honestly, if you were born in 1982, you had such a great childhood. Free Serve. I still have a Free Serve DVD that they used to give out. Yeah, very good time. They were amazing. I used to ping people's computers, years ago, like before we had firewalls. So, like, you'd be in a chat room and you would do Microsoft. I can't remember. You'd find like where the Microsoft welcome sound would be on their computer, because it would be obviously in the file system files. It would always be in the same place. So I'm being a proper nerd now. So you'd go into chat rooms and you'd make the welcome sound of their computer play over and over again, and you used to be able to open their disk trays as well. And then firewalls came in and we couldn't do any of that anymore. But yeah, it was awesome. But yeah, 1982, baby. Next up, we have got, you could literally open their CD trays. I'd be like, what the fuck? What's going on here? Digital Industries and Armadillo. Speaking of being of a certain age, Let's see if some of you understand or remember where this is from.
Thick, really, aren't you?
Armadillos! Smooth on the inside, crunchy on the outside. Armadillos! 2 armadillos?
A bit thick, really, aren't you?
We take our time to fly. We take our time to fly. Right tonight, right tonight. We take our time to fly. Right tonight, right tonight. We take our time to fly. Right tonight, right tonight.
Armadillos! Smooth on the inside, crunchy on the outside. Armadillos!
It floats a nutter. Oi, nutter! It floats a nutter.
2 armadillos?
Thick, really, aren't you?
2 armadillos? I like armadillos! Smooth on the inside, crunchy on the outside. Armadillos! 2 armadillos?
A bit thick, really, aren't you?
We take our time to fly. We take our time to fly. Right tonight, right tonight. We take our time to fly. Right tonight, right tonight. We take our time to fly. Right tonight, right tonight.
Oh, amazing. What a time to be alive. A time when things weren't very PC. You could call people a nutter and call them thick. And not get arrested. Woo! Hello, Kieran. How you doing? Yeah, I enjoyed that as well. Yeah, I really liked it. I think it just needs a little bit of probably similar to Pete's track. Really, just needs a little bit of tying together. You've got the singy vocal. You take our time to fly, fly tonight. I've got a feeling that that was probably just put in there as a placeholder before you found something else, and then you just left it in. I would like to maybe. Oh, you don't get the commercial reference, Fat Man. Yeah, because you're in New York, aren't you? Brooklyn. Okay. Who's going to tell him? Who's going to try to explain that one? Let me see if we can find a synopsis. So it was Harry Enfield.
Excuse me. Ever eaten a dime bar?
Oh my God, I
mind
found the
trying?
advert. Shall I show it you? Let me see if I can get it up on here. Hang on. Wait there. Wait.
Excuse me. Ever eaten a dime bar? Nope. Would you mind trying one? Nope. Did you like the surprising combination of crisp caramel stuff and delicious milk chocolate, smooth on the outside, crunchy on the inside? Nope. I likes armadillos! Smooth on the inside, crunchy on the outside. Armadillos!
Dime, the surprising alternative to armadillos.
2 armadillos?
You're a bit thick, really, aren't you?
Wow. He remembers that. What a time to be alive. Yeah, so that's basically where it's from. Oh, Azza, thank you, mate. You're not working for the NHS mental health tonight. Yeah, you have a night off then, mate, and thank you for your service with that. Very, very important thing to do. And yeah, I appreciate you, mate. So is that dime bar, as in dime spelled DAIM? Dame bar. Dame bar. Dime bar. Did they have to change it? Is this a Mandela effect thing? Nowadays you'd have the Armadillo Appreciation Society, or ASS for short. Yeah. Making a complaint. I think the Armadillo bloke was more intelligent. Yeah, defo. But yeah, that's where that's from. Brilliant advert. They don't make adverts like that anymore. But yeah, I as far as the tune goes, I think it's awesome, Danny. I think you just need to just tie it in a little bit. But everything sounds really good. Sounds nice and together. I'd like the pianos to be a little bit louder, but that's just me. That's just me. I love pianos, so there. If destroyed, still true. But yeah, thank you for sending it in, mate. Next up, we have got Mark Ross. Mark, show yourself. Where are you? You there? Gonna play Stereo Slaves, Heartbeats, and Mark has asked it to tell him Tell him, tell him, tell the moonlight's not in his eyes. Reach out to him and whisper. That was Celine Dion, wasn't it? Tell him, tell him that the sun and moonlight in his eyes. Reach out to him. I think that needs a Hard House remix. I'm not telling him that. Yeah, it was. It was Celine Dion and someone else. Let me just check this. Yeah, Celine Dion and Barbra Streisand. Barbra Streisand. Ooh, oh, my ADHD is ADHDing today. God.
Try it both ways and see which feels better.
Okay, so what do I go first? I do this line?
do your
Whole? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm scared
Hang on.
if I tremble when I speak. Ooh, what if there's another one he's thinking of?
That soft focus.
Maybe he's in love. I'd feel like a fool. Life can be so
Oh,
cruel. I don't
frolicking.
know what to do. I've been there.
All right, move it along, girls.
Him.
Here we are, I told ya.
Tell him that the sun and moon rise in his eyes. Reach out
To him and whisper.
tender words so soft and sweet. I'll hold him close to feel his heartbeat. Love will be the gift you give yourself.
Yes. Yeah. How cool's that? That's what you need in your life, isn't it? Oh no, I've just put down the wrong window. Pull my tabs back. Well, 3. What a tune! Like that needs to come back. That needs to come back. Flares need to come back. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles need to come back. But yeah, what a tune, man. Kieran, you haven't joined the wrong one. You joined the right one, and you know it. You know. Yeah, He-Man needs to come back. Oh my God, He-Man was amazing. Thundercats was amazing. I was always Chitara when I played Thundercats. Always. Ghostbusters were great. Yep. Thundercats. Thunder. Thundercats. Ho! Sword of sight. Give me sight beyond sight. And Trapdoor, yeah. Knight Rider. The raccoons, yeah. Ah, Terrorhawks. Street Hawk. Black Beauty. Yeah, Black Beauty was cool. Yeah. Oh, God. This, you know what you can do, actually? If you want to pretend, I do this, but I try not to do it more than 3 times a week. If you want to pretend you're back in the 90s again, go onto YouTube and put on Saturday morning TV from the 90s. That's what I like to do sometimes. So it could be like Wonky Donkey from, Ant and Dec. And just like Saturday morning TV, and just put that on in the background, get yourself some cereal and just pretend, do that. And then you'll have a better day. I guarantee it. Yeah. Gordon the Gopher. But yeah, there's an 80s cartoon channel. Oh my God. Yeah. Yeah, it's such a good idea. I really love doing that. I love going back to my childhood. If you hadn't noticed. Where were we? We're going to be... Sorry, Mark. I'm so sorry. Okay, here we go. This is a track called Heartbeats, and Mark wants to know if it's release worthy or not. So, go. Oh my God. Love, 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 love it a lot. It's really, really good. I haven't got anything to add to this except for, yes, it's definitely ready to be released. It sounds like it should be on a really, really big label. Like this is, what Kid Dynamo said, 11 out of 10. Really nice. I know you said it's melodic techno, so I'll take your word for it. Cool kids are calling it these days. I've heard many DJs on Twitch who play melodic techno playing stuff just like this. It's so good. It's so good. Balanced. Everything sounds great. I'd like to know whether it is a mixed down, unmastered version or a mastered version. This is good to go. Or if it's if you haven't yet a master, it just sounds great. Like this, I can't help you. I don't have the skills. I can't tell you anything else. I don't think anyone could though. I don't think anyone could. I think it's unmastered. Fuck! Wow! Wow. Well, I'm excited to hear the mastered version then. This is it, right? If you can get a good sounding unmastered render, then that's all. If you can get it fixed in the mix, fix it at source, get everything sounding awesome at source, and then the mastering will do this sparkle. Yeah, the extra glitz. Yeah, I'm excited for you, mate. It's really good. So yeah, Mark is Stereo Slaves. I know it's confusing, isn't it? Do you know what I find the most confusing is when I meet you a lot for real, IRL, and you tell me your real birth names. I'm like, ooh. No, like if Status Ho told me their real name is Colin, I'd be like, no, it's not. Stop lying. It's Status Ho. Like, you will always be your usernames to me. Yeah, Ladu Laser is not Pete or Colin or John. You're Sam. Status. No, you're not. See, told you. You're not. Not Sam. You're Status Ho. That's how I know you. So to me, we were born. You were born Status Ho. Your mum and dad, your mummy and daddy named you. Do we call him darling? I really like the name Status Ho. I don't know why. I just heard it somewhere and I really like it. I think it's a great name. In fact, I want to change one of my kids' names to Status Ho now. Mr. and your parents, Mr. and Mrs. Ho. Literally don't encourage this. I'm not going to sleep tonight. Oh, I'm so tired, but I feel really wired. I haven't even had any coffee. Thank you, BFG. Thank you. Yeah, it is still my birthday. Don't know if you knew that about me, guys, but it's my birthday. What can I say? Went ho to ho. C. James, you're C. James. See? James? C. James, yeah. Everyone is their usernames to me. No. It's just easier that way. Like you've got magic names. They're your magic name. I wish I'd have done that, with my DJ name sometimes. I mean, I'm not Amber D anymore, but D was the beginning of my maiden name. I think there's great. We can do this with our music, when we're using a pseudonym for our music production. It allows us to be a different character. It allows us to play a part, and I think that it's really interesting how giving yourself an artist name, maybe having a couple of artist names, for different stuff. It allows you to come out of the normal roles and responsibilities of being a normal functioning person, a normal human being, and being able to step into being a character, a bit like, you know, Clark Kent becoming Superman, you know, or someone who's got like a very pressurized job and then on the weekends they dress up as a baby. I don't know. I need to go to bed. Some people do that. Oh, yeah, like a drag name. Yeah, like a drag name. Like, it's really, my point is, you're giving yourself creative license to be whoever it is that you want to be. And I love that. I love that about different. There is something in it. Definitely. Next up. Thank you again, Mark. Next up, we've got Shaun Williams. Yay! Oh, this tune's amazing as well. Here we go. This is Shaun Williams, and this is Sarah for you. Hello, Control 4. How you doing? You doing, you little tinker?
Good for you.
Wow, there we go. That is Shaun Williams, and that track is called Sarah for You. Beautiful vocal. Sung by me, of course. Beautiful voice I have. Yep. It reminded me a lot of, I know that's a different meaning to what it used to be, but the progressive house stuff from, was it like 2010-ish? Yeah, I wish my name was Sarah as well. I wish it was for me. Whoever Sarah is, she's a lucky lady. A very lucky lady. Reminded me of a bit of like of that era of Dada Life and Heat Beat a little bit as well. That kind of like that trancey electro-y feel to it. Sarah is Shaun's wife. What a lucky lady. Guy hasn't done a song for me. Might give him the silent treatment. Oh no, he'll love that. What should I do to make him do a song about? And it'll have to be called Amber is Ace. Amber is the best. Oh, that was it. I actually said, half jokingly, that his new album should be called Amber is the best, and then in inverted commas, stay away, ladies. I love Amber, not you. End brackets. He didn't seem keen on doing that, and I don't know why, but I thought it was a great album name. You lead a horse to water, saying, I know, right? Wanker. I'm not going to give him the silent treatment, though. Like you said, I think it is catchy, isn't it? I think he'd like the silent treatment. Like, oh, great, a day off. Guy. Yeah, like at least 3 times a day, though. Like, there's a thing, we have a joke in this house. Like, at least 3 times a day, he'll see that I'm doing something weird, and he'll be like, he'll just say, what are you doing? But it's the way that he says it, like, what are you doing? And then I question myself. I'm like, I don't know. What are you doing? What happened to my mystery? Yeah, my mystery drink's here. It's really nice. Dr. Pepper. Sleep on the couch. Love that. It's like camping. Brilliant. Yeah, Shaun, I love this tune. Nothing wrong with it. Everything right with it. Beautiful. Really, really nicely put together. I love it. I don't know if this is... I presume, actually, it's coming out on Flaunt Recordings. And, yeah, it's really, really nice tune. I don't know if it's out already, but I'll be making sure that all of the details are in the description when it goes out on YouTube. And also, guys, go and give Flaunt Recordings a follow over on SoundCloud. Next up, we've got Explode. Now, Explode is from New York. So welcome in, mate. I think this is the first time you've had a tune on the show. You guys are going to love this. Here we go.
is this? Nope. What the fuck?
There we go. Jokes in the Yolk. This is awesome, mate. I absolutely love it. Yeah, I was joking there that it gave me ADHD. I've always had ADHD. What it has done is activated my ADHD. Yeah, I really love it. I really do. I mean, we call it ADHD, don't we? It's just like a blanket term for I guess creativity, really, and juxtapositioning ideas, for not being normal. Yeah, I think I feel sorry for people who are neurotypical. I think we need them to do stuff on time, and we need them to get shit done. But we also need the weird free thinkery, risk takers around as well. Yeah, we really do. Yeah, for me, it's difficult, isn't it? Because you can't ever really say what it would be like without it, because it's not like you can switch it off. I guess to a point, if you're medicated with ADHD, you know the difference between, being able to, I'm not going to say the word because I can never say calm and compartmentalize. You know the difference then between, being able to focus in your thoughts and, being scatty about it. Yeah, it's always a gamble, isn't it? But I do find for ADHD, certain stuff helps. Running's helped me a lot. Going to the gym and meditating, to the best of my ability. Journaling every day. This is what I do every day. I write pages and pages of what I reckon. This is just the last few weeks. I sit there and I just write my morning journal, morning pages. Yeah, I have a lot to say. Well, my brain does. My brain's got a lot of weird stuff it needs to tell me. And I'll read it and I'm like, yeah, all right, cool. Fucking weirdo. Anyway, back to this tune. This is very well put together. I really like the textures in it. You've not over compressed stuff. I like the ideas. I love the title of it. Jokes in the Yolk. I love it. It's so memorable. I love the bass line to it. Yeah. And I love all your little sound effects as well, especially it sounded to me a little bit like a sound on Genshin Impact, but that might just be because I am always playing Genshin Impact at the moment. So everything in my life revolves around what happens in Genshin Impact. Money doesn't have any like real hold on me, like the value of money. It's just prima gems. Like how many prima gems is that? Give me real currency. What I need to know. But yeah, I absolutely love this track. I think it's awesome. I think you're awesome. It's from Batman Forever. Oh, what that boop sound? Is it? That's so cool. That is really, really cool. Yeah, I love it. I think everything that you've done in this sounds very cohesive as well. Like it all sounds very well put together. I really liked it. It was epic. Yeah, I love the crazy bit in the middle. Yeah, didn't we have a speed up as well? And then we had the breaks bit. And that's Jim Carrey. Oh, perfect. It's the Riddler. Yes. Awesome. Yeah, I love it. That's a really good idea, to, just use sounds that you find interesting. And that's another skill I think we have is when your ears prick up, you're like, oh, that's a cool sound. Like, do you guys like ASMR? What do you guys think? Let me know in the chat. I really like it. I really like certain noises. I sometimes get tingles if I'm really lucky and I find like a really good ASMR channel on YouTube or whatever. But I still like the sound. I like certain noises. But I think with Guy, for example, my other half, I don't think he likes stuff like that, which is weird. But I wouldn't actually say that he's neurotypical. Something's up with him. I'm telling you, something's. But he doesn't like ASMR. But yeah, I do. Yeah, how long did it take to make? Let us know in the chat. It's such a cool tune. Like reverse bassy. Yeah, keep like a month or so. Yeah. So Control 4 was right. He said like 50 plus months. 50 plus hours. So that would probably work out over the course of a month quite easily. Probably about right. I'm like that. I can spend quite a long time on music. That's one of the good things about, or probably bad things as well, depending on how you want to look at it. You can see on FL Studio, I'm sure you can do this on Ableton as well. You can see how many hours you've been working on a project. So as long as you haven't left the project open and then gone away from the computer or whatever, if you've left if you've just been sat at your computer and you've got your project open, it will show you like how many hours you've been working on the tune for. And some of them for me have been like a lot, like days. Days is in like constantly, like many hundreds of hours. But yeah, it's just interesting. And then sometimes I've done projects when we've been doing a live stream and we'll get most of it done within like 6 hours, which is pretty good going. 4 hours is amazing. That doesn't happen unless you like everything is just like hitting, things just working. I wish it would be like that all the time. I think I'd wish that, but I like spending a bit of time. And like the fact that you've just said there that you spent about a month on it, it's good to do that because we can go back to it and listen to it on fresh ears. Ear fatigue is a bitch at the end of the day. Ear fatigue will come in very, very quickly. More more quickly if you've got higher, if you're doing things at a higher volume, more quickly if you're using possibly like a limiter on the master. But certainly if you are, come on, brain. If you're working with stuff really, really loud, can you put a link to buy it on YouTube as I can't find it? And I'm Explode says it was out now. Yeah, I can. I'll try and find. Where will I find it? Oh God, yeah, Lewis, you'd be very surprised. Explode. If you know how to send a whisper, send me the link, please, in a whisper, and then I will put the. I'll put the link to buy it. See if I can find it now. Putting a link in. If I found it. Yeah, it's on Beatport. Here we go. Let me just get this in for you so that we can go and buy it straight. I'll put this on the YouTube details as well. So anyone watching this back on YouTube can go and buy it straight away. There you go. That's the Beatport link to go and buy Jokes in the Yolk. I love that name. But yeah, so Lewis, it's a big thing. Ear fatigue will... And the thing is about ear fatigue, you know, if you've ever been working on one thing, right, and you think, oh, everything's sounding a bit flat. So what do? You go and find an EQ, stick an EQ on your channel, and then you start boosting your mid-highs. And then you go, oh, yeah, now, brilliant, everything is sounding brighter. Then what happens is ear fatigue starts to come in and you start to think everything else is flat. So you go back in to other sounds. Yep. And then you start to do the same thing. And not only that, you'll do it more because your ear fatigue is now set in, especially on those frequency of the numbers of the mids and the highs. And because you've been focusing in on it. So, yeah. And then you start to do that on everything. And then that's when, you know, you come back to the project the next day and you're like, what the fuck? And it's very similar to when you've been in your car and you've had the volume up really, really loud. But it doesn't feel like it's really loud. It's just you in the car listening to your tune, especially on a long journey. And, you know, when you get back in the car again and like the radio the next day and then the radio starts up straight away and it's fucking loud. You're like, whoa! Because you're not used to it. Because you left it at that level. And that's kind of the same thing. Well, it's exactly the same thing is what is happening when you're boosting things on your project at higher levels. So, yeah, don't do that as much as you can. Just if you're going to be, the thing is, we've all done it. And we all get tempted to do it. And it's only through doing it a few times and then realising that I've just lost like another half a day. It's a normal part of growing in experience as a music producer to go through those kinds of things. So yeah. Oh, brilliant. JLF has now bought Jokes in the Yolk. Awesome. Yeah, great tune, mate. Please keep sending them in. Yeah, thank you for being a part of this show. Thank you. And it's nice to have a bit of culture. We've got a few people who listen from New York now. Awesome. And now, here we go. We have got D.J.S, which is Damien. Thank you for gifting us sub, Explode. Thank you. Yay! Yeah. Let's freaking go. Thanks, mate. Thank you. And thank you for all the follows as well, everyone. Really appreciate you. Next project is to work out how that fits in a hard house set. JLF, if there's anyone who could do it, it's you. So you can definitely do it. That's what I reckon. That's what I'm saying. So yeah, we've got D.J.S. now. D.J.S. has recently had a release out on my label, Transportal Digital. And that release is in form of a full album called Digital Dreams. You guys might remember we had him on doing an interview live on the demo drop. But you can go and listen to it now over at that link that I've just put in the chat. Go and give it a listen. Go and give it a stream. Especially if you like classic dance trance, Euro trance from like the early 2000s style. Thank you, Becky. Thank you for saying happy birthday to me, because it's still my birthday. That's why she's saying happy birthday. I want everyone else to say happy birthday. Now! Happy birthday. Say it. Thank you. Thank you, JL. Richie, you're so defiant. Oh my God. Thank you. Oh, you guys are so nice. Oh, thank you. Oh, thank you, Kidana. Thank you. Oh, I didn't know that you knew. I can't believe you remembered it's my birthday. Oh, but what, for little old me? Oh, that's kind. Thank you, Richie. Thank you, Ross. Everybody. I nearly forgot it was my birthday. Crazy. It's actually, I didn't even know. I thought it was my birthday. I forgot my birthday. Go on. My birthday. Oh. Thank you, Becky. Becky's having beef burgers in my honour. Yes. Yes. Fucking go. Okay, here we go. D.J.S. and this track's called Pale Blue Dot. go. Pale Blue Dot by D.J.S. Love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Love all of the sounds that you've used there. It's you've definitely got a sound, you know. You really have. If any of you that don't know, Damien, aka D.J.S, aka Digital Dreams D.J.S in the chat, is also a very, very amazing music teacher, and also plays in a band most weekends, tours all over the world. And just last weekend, on Sunday, I think it was, he was playing to a crowd of 8,000 people. He's just amazing. And on the side, when he's not doing those things, he likes to dabble in making this music. Yeah, he's the real deal. He's just amazing. I love you so much, Damien. I'm just honoured to have you around. It's really, really lovely to see you, you know, carving out the time in your busy schedule to do what makes your heart sing. I know this has been a big deal for you from when you came to my studio and we sat together for 3 hours and we just talked about music. We listened to your album and your concept behind it. You remind me a lot of my husband as well, and his concepts around his albums and the way that he works musically. And I'd definitely put you in a similar category to Guy. You know, your knowledge is absolutely astounding, and your creativity. You're both very different producers, but there are so many likenesses that it's just wonderful to be in that kind of energy for me. Just so proud to call you a friend now as well. And just be inspired by you and see you doing this. You know, and your normal job is doing, you know, your country and all the other types of rock music and stuff that you do in your band. And then, you know, you get to do all this other fun stuff as well. I like that as a way that you can, what's the word? Because this is kind of good for people to think about in terms of how do we make making music our main job? How do we make it sustainable to be in a job? Using AI without shame. I don't think Damien uses any AI with his music. He used AI with his artwork, but not with his music. But you know, that is just that is a personal opinion thing, isn't it, at the end of the day? But I can absolutely vouch for the fact that I know that Damien's done this himself. So, well, too bad. I asked ChatGPT to develop new ideas for music all the time. That's a great way of using AI. Yeah, why not? There's nothing wrong with using AI in that way. Again, right? What I think doesn't matter. It's what matters to you. So even if someone makes music using AI, I'm never going to judge them. I'm just fucking happy that they're making music. You know, that's all I'm worried about. Like, if your intention is I'm having fun with this, I'm really enjoying making music, fucking do it however you want. It does not matter what I think or anyone else at all. The only time I'd actually have a problem with it is if someone was lying that they were making it completely themselves, or it was kind of taken away from other artists in some kind of way, shape or form. But certainly, I think my opinions change on this all the time. And there are and also remember, like, AI is kind of like, what do we mean when we say AI? We need to be really specific with it, because AI is in some plugins that I use, like Sonable Smart EQ, for example. That uses AI to do something that I can't do with my own ears. So with the Sonable Smart EQ, what it will do is it will map the frequency spectrum of whatever sound is there, and then from that, because it will be able to do it. I get ear fatigue quite quickly, so something like Smart EQ allows me to get rid of frequencies that might be a problem using AI. So that kind of use, sculpting, in a way that I would get ear fatigue long before I would be able to hear everything intricately that I needed from that. So that is one example of using AI. I do that. So it's too much of a broad statement, isn't it, to say don't use AI? Like, what at all? Okay, I'll just go and use my pots and pans then, and go and and make sure all my music's completely organic, not even use a computer, whatever. But anyway, D.J.S is not using AI in this tune. Sorry, my ADHD took us on a big turn there. Just for the artwork. And I think another thing as well, I don't think that Damien would have a lot of fun doing this if he was using AI, because Damien's got a hell of a lot of musical theory, knowledge and experience. And that's the great thing about having that, is the want to and the ease, much easier when you already know all the stuff, to go then and make your own stuff. But I love the fact that this is something that you do on a side thing. That was what I was getting at. So it's really interesting to see how, and I wonder if you, Damien, planned it this way. I don't think you would have done. But you're like me, you do teaching to subsidise your income, and you also play in the band, and now you're doing, your other music on the side. I believe that you're probably like me, you didn't really plan it to be like that. It's just kind of like happened. But I think it's a really good example to show to people that you don't need to just try it and make music and want someone to pick you up as an artist and look after you, and then you'll be happily ever after, because it doesn't happen in that way. No one is coming to save you. Hello, Chair Bear. No one is coming to save you. You need to find your own route through this, and you need to find different streams of income. So that could be joining a band. That could be doing sync music, library music, music for the moving image, get into gaming music, do live streaming. I'm hoping to add DJing again now to my bow. Yeah, you will do. You will do. But playing your own music live, definitely. Definitely. And I see that for you as well. I think that would be really good. I think that would work in a live streaming environment as well. And I think it would work, at an event. But there are many, many streams of income that you can do as an artist, without resorting to OnlyFans. But you could do that too if you want. Your life. Do what you want. Get your feet out for strangers on the internet. Do it. Woo! You could do that, but you could learn how to play the guitar with your feet. I bet you there's some people who are into that. Yeah. Yeah, manifestation. It's so important. So important. Oh, Damien, you're so sweet. Thank you. But yeah, again, this tune, I know you said you were very excited about it. You felt like this is your best work to date. And I'd say this is definitely one of my favourites that I heard. Really nice. It's really really easy to listen to. And yeah, I am really, really proud of you, and I'm really, really glad that you came into our world. It's also it's called toe guitar. Is it a thing? Is it really a thing? Knew it. Yes. No, it's not. No. Okay, that's good if it's not then, because we can make it a thing. We can be the pioneers of toe trance. I have been told, actually, as a side note, I've been told I've got perfect feet and that I should do feet pics. I've never done it though. But yeah, I have been told that. I don't know if that's like a compliment. Yeah, toe trance. We'll do that. Yeah. I had a crush on Amber 2 years ago. That's how I got inspired to write that cookie track. What's the cookie? And how does that... Why do I remind you of cookies? Are you trying to say I'm fat? I'm only joking. I'm only joking. I do. And he's going, no. I'm joking. I am getting myself in so much trouble today. I'm so sorry, everyone. I do apologise for not being very PC. And my weirdness at times. I'm going to blame it on my neurodiversity as usual. A cookie is a good-looking woman. Oh, that's nice. Well, that's very sweet. More flapjack than cookie, yeah. But yeah, D.J.S, I think that's awesome. I think it's a really, really strong tune. And it could be the start of your next album. Go.